Hello, my name is Walter, and welcome to a review. I watched Food Wars season 5, episode 2. I'm just gonna say I didn't really like the way they did it, but also I understand why they tried to go with the preliminary round for the Blues. I wouldn't say it was the worst idea, but because they are running out of time and they don't really have enough pacing to do the preliminaries well enough, it's sort of a weird middle ground for me. And personally, I think it's just that a weird middle ground because in one way I kind of like the concept, I kind of like the idea that they started off in a preliminary round, whereas I don't really want to spoil it, but in the manga it was something else, and the second half is much more of bringing the said manga to life. I won't say which parts. Second half, you should know where. Um, but yeah, personally, this is gonna be a weird arc, and a lot of people are gonna say it's not a good arc. I'm gonna say it's a fair enough arc because I know all the shit that went down, but also it is quite just the fucking fan service um, season mostly, but also it's more of an evolution thing, and that's why I think they added this preliminary round to let you see like how people are evolving their cooking. I don't know why you didn't see Mimasaka Subaru not joining in. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that, but I think it's because of the whole season 4 thing. They built it really well. So yeah, it's more on that. So yeah, I think he's going to challenge Aizen again, just based on his own cooking. He doesn't want to rely on his trace. And I think that's a fair enough side plot. But this whole thing with Arena being the main target now for, you know, Soma and Suzuki Sensei. We're going to reveal his name yet, because the anime hasn't revealed, so that's a spoiler. Anyway, and I was surprised because I watch other reactors as well. I watch other reactors watching it, and I'm surprised some reactors caught on to the fact that the person who defeated Joichiro was, in fact, who they said they were. I'm not gonna spoil it just in case you didn't catch it, and hopefully down the line you'll get a clear answer. So yeah, so for me, I was really surprised, but not that surprised as well because it is pretty obvious who it was, and this is building on the fact that throughout this whole series, remember, Soma has been trying to beat his dad, but someone else already beat his dad, so that means, what does this mean? That means, like, he's got to beat that guy to beat overall his dad, so and yeah, I'm just gonna hint really hard at this season. This season is gonna be focusing a lot more on the mother side. That's why they set it up in the first episode itself. Um, I think the third episode we are gonna jump right into the blue. After the whole um battle with Suzuki Sensei, and my hope is just that they will do a little bit of a background on the noirs per se. And I'm not saying that whole fucking in sequence, because I really like that they did do the whole in sequence. Even though it was the start of Megami's growth arc, I understand why they had to do it like that. But yeah, it's more on Soma, and they've got to drive it up, because I don't think they have enough time, and I really feel that the pacing is off on this one. But again, I'm enjoying it. I do watch it for a second time. It's just not something I think I could watch it a third time, fourth time. But I think if it was me handling a poorly handled ending, I think this is how I would have done it as well. Try to rearrange stuff. Try to see where's the best compromise, where's the best middle ground. And I'm sorry about this lighting, because it's just all over the place. But yeah, I was really worried for a while that they would change some stuff. But again, they are consulting with Yuto Sukada, so the original author. So I definitely think that is a great way to see that they really love the series, and they really want to know whether they're doing it right. So I think it's really a great job from them. And yeah, I was really worried that they weren't gonna show Megumi much, but they did. I'm really upset that they didn't really explain the dishes. They just put the dishes out there and just explained it away by evolution. But again, I think it's because they don't have much to go off of. So, they have to find that balance of the manga itself and what they can pull from. My hope is that they got the chef back to kind of check the food stuff again. Hopefully, that's gonna be involved in the blue. Uh, I just gonna say that the blue is gonna be a whole bunch of shit going down. So you just prepare yourself. I do love the first part of Blue. I think the first gate is really really interesting to watch, especially because it's an interesting gate for Yukihira itself, and I think in the anime. This is a bit of a spoiler. So I think in the anime they're gonna pull more from the mother stuff. His mother's his relationship with the mother. Because that wasn't really explained in the mangas. Also, I think it's gonna be more explained in the anime. And yeah, we got about roughly. This is the second episode, so we have about 10 episodes left, or if this is I forgot which is the 13 episodes, which is the 12 episodes. I think season 4 was 12, and season 5 is 13, if I'm not mistaken. So season 5 has 13 episodes, so there are 11 episodes left. This week is the second episode. Obviously, next week will be the third. What I'm predicting in the third episode, just from a manga reader's perspective, and as well as not wanting to spoil it, is that the third is definitely going to be focused on, just from the anime logic itself, it's definitely going to start from the battle between Suzuki Sensei and and Somokun, the first seat. And as you saw, Megumi is worried. You get a feel that it might be her time to really really shine, and it is. So and by the way, I just to spoil a bit more from the manga, but this isn't really a spoiler because it still fits into the anime. They did a preliminary, but essentially in the manga it's more of people choose whether they want to go to the blue or not. And why don't you want to go to the blue? You know what I'm saying? And for me personally, that makes a little bit more sense. And for me personally as well, the anime kind of retconned that Joichiro got to go on his own or was already invited. I guess they could just say like, oh, there were people who were not invited, so I guess that's what they were trying to go with. So I'm just saying that they could have done it a little better, but I think this is the mediocrity that we have to accept for season 5, because this is not a really good arc. It's a good arc for my waifu Megumi, but I don't know how to say, because there are a lot of stuff that I respect from this arc, because they do dabble in the macabre, and they do dabble in the underworld stuff. I thought that was a bunch of bullshit, but I recently watched MasterChef again with the Grand Arrogance guy, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, there's certain eccentrics in the food world that makes me go step back and be like, okay, I get it. I get that arc now, what they were trying to go with, but it was still in the creepy and macabre way, and the weirdest shit ever, weirdest tools ever, and I don't know, the whole arena thing. I mean, you could have picked up on yourself. It wasn't really for me a thing I would push. Personally, I feel more for Tadokoro and Soma, but that's just me. I mean, I just love their relationship together. But again, it's more of the person you wanna cook for, and that person is Nakiri Arena. So, it's one of those things that you have to accept, I guess. Anyway, I did do a full reaction on this because I kind of knew where they were gonna go with episode 2, and I don't think my episode 1 even did well, because now, because of the MCO, Veron is down, so I can't upload stuff to Veron. And it was fun doing the full reaction again, but I just wanted. I should have done a full reaction personally, because I had a great reaction. I was like, yes! Megumi's dish got presented. Fuck yeah! Like, and another reactor reacted the same as me. Um, I just love Megumi because she's just such a great character. Anyway, they are actually going to bring back more characters. I, I don't want to say too much more, because I want it to be a surprise, and it should be a surprise because it is a great reveal who the character is, and yeah, we're gonna see more from our trio, which is Megumi, Soma, and Takumi. And by the way, episode 1 is really a hint, so I would suggest rewatching episode 1, particularly the part where Erina talked about her mother, because that's a hint. Okay. I don't want to say anything else, but there is a reason why she's invited to Peru. So, um, yeah, I'm not gonna go too much into detail about that, but yeah, overall, episode 2 was really good. I just think that the pacing was really, really off. I mean, I know why, but I hoped that they put in more extended time for them to just build. But I guess that's Shokugeki in essence. It's a bingeable anime. You're supposed to binge it, not watch it once per week. So I don't know. It's just for me. I've never experienced the once per week for Shokugeki, so I wouldn't know how it is in compared in terms of the first three seasons because I binge watched season one through season three. So season four is the first one I experienced it once per week, and yeah, I'm really happy so far about how they're going about things because I know it's a really hard job to balance the fans' expectations of this arc. A lot of people are saying, nah, you could have skipped this arc, or you could have done another arc, but in a lot of ways, in terms of adaptations or bringing stuff to the big screen or even the small screen, you do have to get the blessing of the owner, which is the author in this case. So, what's better than doing that? Because in essence, it's his work, it's his ideas. So I think it's more on the right compromise, the right middle ground that you're like, okay, I think we can do this, but we also need to check it with the author. We need to check in with the owner. We need to check if it's fitting his vision, if it's still in the ballpark of the vision, if it's still in the areas that they can play around with. So I really think that they've done great jobs of addition and also kind of nipping around the stuff that isn't necessary. So I'm expecting the ending to be really great because I just didn't like the ending, but I know that it still fits the character's facade, still fits the MC's ideals, so I don't really want to get more into that because other than that, it's gonna be spoilers. So yeah, I don't know. This season's gonna be mixed bag for a lot of people, but all I can say is it's something to look forward to because Food Wars is still, in my opinion, one of the best animes that I've watched. So I mean, I can't get over it. It's such a simple concept, but done in such a great way that you can relate to all the characters and know which one is which and know who you relate the most. And for me, it's the first two characters that were introduced, which is Soma Yukihira and Tadaka Megumi. But in essence, I do know a lot of people like Nakiri Arana or even uh, Takumi Aldini, or I mean, I don't know anyone like Kuroki Barrio, but in terms of that aggressiveness, in terms of that passion, that froth, I know people like Kuroki Barrio, I know people like Hayama, the cool, calm, pretentious guy, I can see a lot of people like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just, I've not really watched a lot of anime. I've just finished watching Assassination Classroom. I've just watched High School Girl. I just watched what's that show, Toradora. Watching Kaguya Sama. I'm watching. I watched Bofuri. Bofuri is pretty good because I watched Shield Hero and also the defense one um, really perfectly. So I watched say I forget his name. It's too long a name. So I'm watching. Do you like your mom? She has two hit attack. Whatever that was. I'm hoping It's a nice anime. It's got some ecchi, you know. And yeah, that's Kakaguri. I watched. Oh, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Um, yeah, that's about it. And by the way, like my introduction to anime is pretty much anime movies. So, Spirited Away was the first one. I haven't watched My Neighbor Totoro yet, but I'm planning to. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I'm really excited for episode 3. I wasn't thinking I would enjoy episode 2, but I was just so hyped for my waifu to win. So, it's like, where's my girl, man? Where's my girl? Come on, put her in. Because I know she's supposed to go through as well. So yeah, I don't know. For me, I didn't like the ranking because I'm like, okay, there's no way Takumi is better than Soma at this point in time because this is just crazy. Like, honest to God, that's just fucking fucked up, man. But yeah, that's how they wanted to rank it, but that's not how I want to rank it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I didn't do a full reaction, but it is what it is. I didn't feel like doing it, and I didn't want to force myself to do it. So yeah, I more prefer this type of style now, doing like vlogs on phone. But I'll see what I can still do because I'm still afraid of copyright and all that stuff and shitty state of YouTube, man. It's not a really good place to be because I liked YouTube when I first started. It's just gotten so bad. I don't know what happened to YouTube, but this is the thing. Like, I think it's just a business thing, but hey, whatever. Anyway, I'm still on a Netflix binge. I don't know if I want to bring back the Netflix Tuesdays or whatever I called it, Netflix shows that I watched. I remember the first Netflix show I reacted to was The Get Down because I really like The Get Down, but man, to react it to it's just crazy. And then I reacted to BoJack as well, so it's kind of that thing, you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching so much. I'm sorry I babbled a little more, even though I said goodbye the first time. But yeah, I will get to doing YouTube when I feel like it because, again, this is just something for me because it is what it is. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. See you then.